Hello and welcome to EDTC 5353, Designing Online Learning Environments. I'm going to first introduce you to your professors for the course. This is Dr. Baker. You can learn more about her and myself, Julie Ward. I'm the co-instructor, and you can find our information on the Professor Information tab over on the left-hand side in the Blackboard course. When you first log into Blackboard, you're going to come to the course homepage and you'll see a message from us each week that just kind of tells you what's to be expected for the week. You'll notice this week, the first week, we point out that the class will always start on Monday and end on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. So you have the weekend to kind of finish up everything. Going down the navigation menu, underneath the course homepage is the Course Information tab, and that's going to include pertinent information about the course, including the syllabus, the schedule, and the map, which we'll come to a little later in the video. You're going to see some common terminology used in the course, and you're going to want to look over this. It'll become a little more relevant and consistent throughout the course. Then you're going to see participation expectations. And these are expectations for us, your professors, and for you as a participant in the course. For us, you can expect us to be accessible to answer your questions, be responsive to emails and other forms of correspondence, model an appropriate and professional tone in all forms of correspondence, provide you with substantive feedback on your work in an appropriate and timely manner, and to serve as a neutral voice for group members involved in collaborative efforts. As a participant, we expect you to seek out assistance and resources to help you reach your learning goals in the course, to invest adequate time to complete all assignments and activities in a substantive, thorough manner. And what we mean by that is to not wait until the weekend to start, which you'll see that on the next bullet point. There are several activities and assignments each week, and if you wait until Sunday to start, you're not going to be successful in the course. So we want to make sure that you carve out enough time each week to dedicate to the course for your success and to be an active participant in the group work that you're going to be required to do in this course. We expect you to log in and participate in the course early in the week and frequently. We can see when you log in and how long you're in Blackboard. We don't like to police that, but if you're not pulling your weight in the course or in group activities, then we will, use that log to see what you're doing and how long you're participating. We expect you to communicate with your professor, classmates, and small group members with respect and professionalism, and we expect you to assist and encourage your fellow classmates and expand your learning community. The time commitment and investment, that's going to be different each week and for each person. So make sure that you kind of look through the module early on and that you carve out enough time to where you're going to be successful. We give you an estimate of how long it's going to take, but again, that can vary for person to person and week to week. I had said we'd look at the course syllabus and course schedule later in the video. So if you click on the course syllabus, it's going to open up a PDF copy. You're welcome to print that off or save it to your computer. It contains all of the information, pertinent information for the course. In the very beginning, you'll see your professor information again. It's got our office phone numbers and where our offices are, and then how we expect to be emailed is through the Blackboard system so that we have a log of all the emails for the course. The C&I graduate program goals are listed there. Underneath that is a course description. And I'm not going to read all this to you, but I do want to point out that it's very vital that you go through the syllabus and understand what's expected of you and required in the course. There are going to be some quiz questions, so just make sure that you're kind of looking this over and reading it thoroughly. The course goal, the main course goal of this course is for students to develop competency in designing effective online learning environments. There are some learning outcomes listed here. The required textbook I sent last week, it is the Vi and Sasulski text, and it is the 2011 version. I know some of you said that you bought the new version, which was released in 2016, I believe. We will try to make that work, but the course textbook that we have is the 2011 version, so it's the original version. The entrance competencies, we expect you to have a solid understanding of computers and the internet. There are no course prereqs for this course. You'll see the writing proficiency statement that you probably see in several of your syllabi. The method of instruction is completely online, so you'll use Blackboard Learn, and we will pull a few other tools in to this course, but it is completely online. This is very important. The Blackboard Help Desk is available if you need help, so that's their number. There's a toll-free number and then the regular local number. And if you use the toll-free line, you're going to hit option 3. There's also an email address here. They're open until 10 most evenings, so you can have your technical questions answered at several hours during the day. There is a Blackboard 9 tutorial that you can go to via this link. Under that, the student-professor interaction, we expect that you use the mail tool within Blackboard. You can contact us anytime via that tool or via telephone during office hours. For email messages, we typically respond within 24 to 48 hours, except on weekends when time is dedicated to spend with family. So if you have questions, please email early in the week so that we can get back to you as soon as possible. And please be sure to email both Dr. Baker and myself. And we're both in the Blackboard system, but copy us both on emails. That way we can get to you as quickly as possible. We both have different office hours and different duties outside of teaching, so just be sure to email both of us, copy us both on each email. That way we can get back to you as soon as possible. The course uses a 100-point grading scale for evaluation purposes, so a 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to 89.9 is a B. We don't round, and those are the grades as is, and you can kind of follow that as we grade throughout the semester. There are percentages of grades, so it is a weighted scale, and you can see that under the assignment of grades. You'll have key point wiki contributions, a course foundation assignment, some group discussion, participation in a Blackboard Collaborate session, which we'll actually use probably Google Hangouts or Zoom to participate a synchronous session. Module development and peer critique, and then a comprehensive final exam. Beginning in fall of 2015, there was a new grading system statement. So if you stop coming to class, and in an online class, that means if you stop logging in and stop participating in the class, then you'll be given a grade of FX. If you never attend, which you wouldn't be probably listening to this if you're not going to attend, you would be giving an F0. So there are some different kinds of grades for that, and you'll see that in most of your syllabi. The description of course deliverables. A Key Points Wiki contribution is a dynamic web page that is developed collaboratively by a community of users, allowing any user to add and edit content. In this class, we'll be using Google Docs, and so if you're not familiar with Google Docs, you're going to get to use that. If you've taken our classes before, you kind of know the expectations there. It's a great collaborative tool so that you can all be in there editing at the same time and at any time. You're going to have some course foundation assignments. That's going to help you develop your own course map, course syllabus, and course outline as we're reading here. An exemplary courses review. So there are some Blackboard exemplary course winners. You're going to look through those, and you're going to discuss the strengths and weaknesses of those courses. Participate in the synchronous session. So that's a big one. We'll have a one hour required synchronous session during the semester, and you'll be required to attend that. Module development and peer critique. You're going to develop your own development course in Blackboard, and you'll also be required to critique another peer's development course throughout the semester. There's no extra credit in the course. Request for incomplete grades, you can read that. And then the syllabus serves as an instructional and study planning document for both students and faculty. Submitting deliverables, there's no provision for making up a missed assignment. Try to get it in early to avoid missing deadlines. We know that your lives can be chaotic, but that's no excuse for not getting your work in on time. The module closes at 11:59 p.m. each Sunday night. So if you submit after that, it's late and we don't accept late work. There's a course topics outline here you can see, and then there are some other statements that are pretty typical on all Tarleton syllabi. Down towards the bottom, you'll see the technical support again. You can go to this website, student help and library support, so the links are all there for those. And that is your course syllabus. Underneath the course syllabus is the course schedule, and if you click on that, again, it's a PDF that you can print or save to your computer, and it kind of breaks down a little more of the topic outline that you saw in the syllabus. This breaks it down a little more. It gives you the dates of each week. There are a few combined weeks. So this week you're going to do an introduction discussion, and then there's an Educanon quiz, which is embedded in this video, and then your just orientation and course overview. Beginning in week 2, you're going to start working on your key points, which is in Google Docs. It gives the dates again. Everything ends at 11:59 on Sundays. Week 4 and 5 are combined. Week 6 and 7 are combined. You'll do key point entries for a few weeks, and then you're going to start working on your developmental class in Blackboard. And so you're going to have that project, and you're going to do different elements each week, going down to, and you're going to provide partner feedback because you're going to have a partner. And so both of you will do your work, and then you'll provide feedback to each other. In week 12, we're going to integrate Google Classroom. So if any of you are at a GAFE school or use Google tools, we're going to be integrating Google Classroom into Blackboard. Google Classroom is not an LMS on its own, but it is a great tool, and it provides a lot of different opportunities to integrate into Blackboard or on its own. So that'll be exciting. Week 13 is Thanksgiving break, so you get the whole week off to kind of relax and refresh. We'll come back for the final 2 weeks, and you'll have a peer review of the courses, a review of standards, and then week 15 will be your comprehensive exam and a farewell discussion. At the very bottom of the course schedule are some important dates for the fall. So if you are going to be applying to graduate in December, you have to file that by September 9th. It shows the last day to drop with no records, registration, and then fall commencement. So any important dates are here. They're also on the Tarleton University website, and you can look at the calendar there for any up-to-date date changes or location changes as well. The course map is located underneath the schedule. I'm going to first show you how I created the map, and I used Google Drawings to create it. It's just another Google tool that's free. When you go in here to look at it this way, that's very small, and I'm assuming none of you can read that. But if you go up to View and 100%, you'll see it here. And all this is a drawing of, Dr. Baker used to hand draw this, and it's just kind of a visual for those of you that are better visually of each week and what you're kind of going to be doing. So week 1, you're going to have the introduction discussion. You're going to have a class survey, and then a soft talk lesson, and a video tour of the course and education quiz, which is what you're doing now. You can go on down to week 2, 3, all the way through the end. It has the combined weeks on here and what you'll be doing. Our live synchronous session will be during weeks 4 and 5. It talks about your check your understanding quizzes, which are built into the modules, and then all the way down until the final comprehensive exam. So there's that version, and then there's also a PDF version. I just kind of printed it out. That way if you want to save it, I wanted you to see the drawing so that you can see another tool that we use in some of our classes, and something that's free if you want to use that in your teaching profession or whatever you do outside of class. So the PDF version, it's the same deal. You can just print this one or save it to your computer. And it just gives you that visual learning of what the course schedule is, kind of in a different visual form. And hopefully you guys can keep these and easily see what you're going to be doing each week. Finally, I'm going to show you the weekly module section. So if you click on weekly modules in the Blackboard course, you're going to go to week 1 this week, and we're going to discuss the introduction discussion that's required. So you'll see in here the soft chalk, the video, the course survey you're going to take, and you're going to set up a Google account if you don't already have one, and then you're going to introduce yourselves. So if you click on this link, it's going to take you to a Google community, and this kind of gives you the requirements of the Google Plus entry that you're going to give. Dr. Baker and I will also be putting our introduction posts on there as well, and so we would like you to give us your personal and professional background, including a discussion of any experiences you've had with online and/or hybrid courses, either developing or taking as a student, and what your opinions are about the effectiveness and usefulness of the format. And finally, include your expectations for what you hope to get out of the course this semester. Your post must be substantive, conversational in tone, and free of grammatical and typographical errors. You need to post a picture, not necessarily of yourself, that illustrates your personality or interests. Reply to at least 2 classmates regarding common interests and experiences, and have fun with this. And to get to the Google Plus community, I've got it open, so you just click this link and it's going to take you to the community, and then you can start typing here. To add a photo, once you're in there, you can click on photos and add a photo. You can add a link. You could even do a video if you want to post a video about yourself. And then there's some other options here that we may use later in the course. But then once you're done typing that, you'll click share and it's there. And so we expect you to also reply to 2 other classmates. So once they start populating in here, you'll be able to go in and reply to other people. If you've never used the Google Plus community, you do have to have a Gmail account. So you have to set that up for this class anyway if you don't already have one. And instead of inviting everyone, I just open this up public, but I'll turn the public option off and just leave you guys in it once everybody has logged in and posted their post for the introduction discussion. And thank you for watching the video. I hope that this was a good orientation to the class, and we look forward to starting off the week with you and starting off the semester, and we hope it's going to be a great one. Thank you.